Okay, I'm going to steal one of the instrumental mics. Can we get that mic working for the show? That'd be great. Welcome everyone. How are you doing? Yay! Midday. How are you doing at the back? Yay! How are you doing in the middle? We're waving mood. How are we doing in the front? Anyone too cold? Anyone need the heating turned up at all? Thank you so much for coming. This is going to be a really exciting evening of music. Before we start, I just wanted to give a couple of minutes of context as to how this came about. I'm sure a lot of you know some bits of what's happening and how it came about, but maybe not all of it. So we are the Hackney Colliery Band, or a small part of the Hackney Colliery Band. There's 9 of us in the full Hackney Colliery Band, and we play quite different music actually to what we've just played. We play more kind of rock music, much more modern stuff, but that music, of course, is from New Orleans that we just played just then. And that was kind of the inspiration for this project when we were asked by Wandsworth Music to kind of get involved and bring some of the spirit of kind of street bands from all over the world, in particular from New Orleans. We thought we would start the evening like that. So what we did, the genesis of this project was earlier in the year, in January, when we went into some schools and we worked with children to come up with some ideas for music compositions, which we're going to talk more about later. And so that's how the evening tonight is going to pan out. But what we did is we played a little piece at the beginning when we went to those schools, as we just have for you now, and then we turned it over to the children, which is what we're going to be doing shortly. And of course, the conclusion of this project is both tonight and also back on the 20th of June, we did a fantastic parade with these guys and a lot more people besides over Roehampton. It was really lovely walking through the estate to play some of the music that you're going to hear tonight. And to sort of kick the evening off, I think we're going to watch a short film about the making of that music and the parade. So I'll hand you over to the big screen.
I'm very excited for this because this is the first time that we've actually been performing ever, and yeah, I think it's going to be nice.
I started playing music in year 3. I love music when it's loud and it's producing a lot of energy.
When I first played the trumpet, before even knowing how to play the tunes, it sounded bleh.
The project is led by the Hackney Colliery Band and Wandsworth Music.
We've had about 5 or 4 rehearsals coming up to our street procession, walking down Ashburton Estate.
I feel really nervous about it because we're going to perform outside and everyone can see us.
I think the residents will feel quite excited or confused with what's going on because they never had any notice and they'll just be musicians playing.
Music should be shared, and I'm really pleased that I'll be sharing it with a lot of people around me.
When I'm playing, I have to concentrate on myself mostly, but also hear what others are doing around me so I can understand what part of the music we're playing.
In the rehearsal and in our trumpet lesson, we learn counting by marching and clapping, and that helps us stay in time by the beats.
One of the things that I learned and I will never forget is that we always have to start together and end together, or else it will kind of sound like an elephant.
I'm feeling very excited for the street band project. I can't wait to get started. A bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous because while we were walking here, everyone was looking at us and saying hi. I don't know how to feel about this because it's a mixed feeling of, oh my god, we're finally going to dress up. But again, oh my god, I'm going to have the time of my life.
was amazing.
I think today went really well, as lots of parents and people that live around this area was really surprised and also amazed at all these children.
Oh, it was just absolutely marvelous to see the children involved in music and to see how they were enjoying themselves, playing the instruments. It was really good, knowing that people appreciate what they do.
It was fun, all the sound and the music. I just really liked it. It's so wow.
Okay, we still haven't got the announcement mic working. It'd be super handy to get that, I'll tell you, for this show. I'm going to hand over to the children now to explain what we're going to do next.
At our first rehearsal with Hackney Colliery Band, we were asked to think about our community and what we like to do in the surrounding area. From discussions and ideas, we created a story and then composed this music. We wanted to create something scary, but in the end, we thought it sounded like a carnival. The music sounded as if it was building up to something. We waited in anticipation, so we called it It's Coming.
One section of the music is called Sour Grapes. It is based on a game of basketball. See if you can hear the basketballs bouncing. The losing team were very bad at sports and decided to pick up their Nerf guns to attack the winners. They were sour grapes.
5 miles long is about a swimming race. The losers had to swim another 5 miles after the race had finished.
So that's members of Granard School who are now assembled. And we're going to present, this is a premiere of a suite of their music, which also features the rather amazing talents of the Wandsworth, the combined forces of two of the Wandsworth Jazz Orchestras. So can we have a massive hand for these guys? And this is called It's Coming. That's the first time they played that, and I have to say, I think it was fantastic. Can we give them another round of applause? Granard School there. And so all of that music has really come from them, as Steve was mentioning. And I think they talked a bit about it. And they're going to head off now. We're going to invite Heathmere up, which is the other big schools we've been working with. And slightly different vibe for Heathmere, and very exciting though. And I think they're just going to pop up in a second. But while we have the stage to ourselves, I just want to introduce you to some of the Wandsworth Jazz Orchestra members. So we've got the sax section over here. Give them a round. And we've got Bruce here on the bass, and we've got Candice on the piano. And our fantastic brass section, those huge round of applause. So I think we're straight on to actually a jazz piece. This is one composed by our junior band called Jazz 2B. Doesn't sound very exciting, but they are, trust me. And they're going to play a piece which some of them aren't terribly happy about being entitled, but it's called Chicken Nugget. Give him another hand. We have solos from Rory on the trumpet, the back there. And we have another solo from Leo on the trumpet, fine. And a very versatile musician, plays goodness knows how many instruments. Candies, Leo. And Steve on trumpet. And I think I'm going to hand over to Steve now.
Hi everyone. So when Wandsworth Music approached us about doing this, one of the aspects they wanted to bring in was some music technology. And now, as Ollie and some of the children have mentioned, everything you're hearing tonight was composed by the children. That was really important to myself and Ollie when we started working on this project. We wanted to, because I think with Hackney Colliery Band, what we've done, we write our own music. And I think as brass musicians and as drummers, we don't get a chance to do that very much growing up. We found you're playing other people's music or you were stuck back of an orchestra or something. So we wanted to make sure we gave these children, young people, a taste of creativity in composing music and breaking down those barriers. We also wanted to do that with this next thing, which is using music technology. So we're going to bring some students up now. We got them handy? Where are they? Don't know. No, they're not here. They will be coming shortly. Oh, here they are. They're coming down from the top. Well done. So there was a group of musicians who have been working remotely from their own houses, using some of the technology that we're going to talk about shortly. And what we've done is a kind of collaboration, if you like, between the live musicians you're seeing on stage and listening to on stage, and these musicians who you're going to hear from now. So we're just going to gather around here. Yeah, if you just move around, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how we did this and then play you some of the things. So I recorded some of the sessions where we composed the music on my phone, and then I kind of chopped them up and sent them to these musicians. So I'm just going to very briefly play you some of the original recordings that I made, just so that you can hear what they were working with. You may recognise that one. That's the basis of the piece that you just heard. And that tune was just improvised. I forget by who improvised that. Does anyone remember? There we are. So this tune, the tune you just heard, was based on a little bit of improvisation from the studio. Here, give it up. And then I sent it to these guys. There's a couple more that I'm just going to briefly play. This is from when we first went in as Hackney Colliery Band and played the very first day we met the children. So that's the band. You might hear some of that coming up, and here's some other stuff you might hear. This is another improvisation. Who did this? Does anyone remember? Yeah, no one's. So that's another improvisation. And lastly, we had some lovely bass that I recorded and sent over. You can hear now. Oh no, that's the same. That's not the bass. Apologies. Here's the bass. Here's the bass, I think. No, that's the drums. There we go. So you will hear that, and you will also hear this. Okay, so those were the original samples that I sent over, and now I'm going to hand over to the children to talk about what you guys did with them. So, firstly, what did you think of these recordings when I sent them over? Did you enjoy them?
It was definitely challenging working with them, since maybe you'd create a loop but it wouldn't match with the keys. this experience.
So this is Leah, and I'm now going to play your what you made from those samples today, which is very exciting. This is another debut for us. So let me just find it. Here we are. That's from Leah. That was the complete reading of the composition. Amazing. Fantastic. And what did you make of it? It's Theo, isn't it? Yeah. What did you make of the samples when I sent them over?
Yeah, as she said, they were challenging to work on because normally when you're working with like technical stuff, everything's exactly on the beat, like all the way through, but that's not the case sometimes in real music. But so it's harder to work with, but it was definitely fun using it in Soundtrap.
Fantastic. Yeah, so we're using this online system called Soundtrap, which means you just in the browser and everyone could go in and have a listen. So I was able to go in and listen and give them some suggestions as we went through. So Theo, we're going to play your piece now, if you like. Are you ready for your debut? Okay, here we go. Theo, have you been watching Stranger Things by any chance? Sounds absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really good. Very good. Give it up. Now, I'm just going to hand over to I'm sorry, you have to remind me of your name. I've met so many people today. Shreyas. I'm going to hand over to Shreyas because unfortunately we had a bit of a technical glitch and I don't have Shreyas' recording here, but I have it on something else, so it's going to take me 2 seconds to find it. But meanwhile, if I pass you the mic, Shreyas, can you explain how you went about working with the recordings and what you did, to make your piece?
Well, it was a bit of trial and error, really, and it was challenging, but it was harder than working with normal stuff, but it was inspirational, and we could make something out of it, and it was fun.
I'm really hoping that this is going to work, because I've had to slightly bodge this, but here we are. Give it up for Shreyas. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. So you can hear again, even though you're using computers, I think, Theo, you mentioned real music. I'm afraid, as a trumpet player and also as someone who works with electronics a lot, I don't think there's any such thing as real music. Both electronic music and acoustic music are great, and my favourite thing is combining the two. And I should say that the first time I ever did this myself was probably less than 10 years ago, and I'm quite old, so if you started this young, you're going to be absolutely amazing. So give it up for these incredible guys. And just while the others are coming on, I just wanted to play some other contributions very briefly, so you can hear the range. I'll just play a few seconds of the range of different things that people have put together. Some really out there stuff, some really interesting, crazy stuff, and some really kind of mellow stuff as well. So let me just play a few things. Here we are. So that's something a little bit more acoustic, if you like. Let's try this one. something a bit more down tempo. This is Rory. Something much more modern. Some very cool reverse effects. Here we are. There's lots of the band nodding along to that one. Okay, let's just 1 or 2 more. Johnny, and finally, I just want to play the very last one while we're finishing setting up. And this is, believe it or not, a drill version of what the samples I said. Yeah, that's right. We've got drill tonight as well as jazz. So yeah, we're ready. Here we go. Did you ever think that your innovation would be turned into a drill beat? I'm not sure you did. That was amazing. Give it up for these young people here, all the people who think here tonight. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, go back to acoustic music now, and please welcome Heath Mears to the stage. I'm going to hand back to Ollie to lead the song.
So, once again, Heath, they're just leaving, but Heathmere School. Heathmere School. Heathmere School. And so that was two kind of tunes for the price of one, and that was Rock Band Rise the Railways, and then we had, I think, the aptly titled Parties at the end. And now we're going to head back to our jazz orchestra, and so they kind of really went through a similar process, I guess, to Heathmere and Granard, and they've been composing a whole bunch of stuff. But we settled on this next piece, and it's going to feature the senior jazz orchestra here, and it's called The Tree. Give it up for what's on the orchestra. And we come up to the big finale now, and I'm going to hand you back over to my Hackney Colliery Band. Someone like Steve.
Hi guys. So yeah, for the finale, what we wanted to do was to sort of bring everyone together, but also take it back to the very first day that we met everyone when we went into the primary schools. And can we just say once again what an incredible job these guys have done. This is all original music that they've both written and learned, especially these guys who've only been learning in group sessions, once a week in primary school. It's absolutely amazing to have both written this stuff and also to remember it all. So give it up, especially for these guys. It was very good. So we wanted to have a big celebration at the end, and we're going to do a tune now from New Orleans called Do What You Wanna. It may involve a little bit of participation from you guys. Can we just check that you're up for that? So it goes like this, it goes, do what you wanna! And we, yeah. Do what you wanna. What I want to do is be quiet now. I did not expect to come here and sing. Let's try it. Do what you wanna! Do what you wanna! There we go! Alright, okay. You'll know when the time comes. You'll know when the time comes. So, let's start with some drums, I think. Have we got some drummers? Alright, we can start clapping. We can start clapping. It goes like this. No. I just need you to clap the proper way. We're all learning tonight, not just the people on the stage. We clap on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3. All like this, double time. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That helps us stay in the groove. There we go. First done that time to clap on 1 and 3. Okay. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to start the tune. Where are the rest of the drummers? Where are our rest of our drummers? We're missing some drummers, I'm pretty sure. They've gone anywhere. We'll see what happens. Don't stand up, stop time ahead. No. A load of drummers in this building somewhere. Meanwhile, let's get the bass line going. Let's get the bass line going. Alright. Singing voice is ready. Singing voice is ready. Do what you wanna. Do what you wanna. Do what you wanna. Do what you want. Do what you wanna. 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 What I want to do is play a drum loop that was composed for this moment by the music production guys. It's pretty different to what's going on now, so let's see what happens when we drop this drum loop in. 1, 2, 1. Wait a sec, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. We're going to need a lot more level on stage, please. No monitoring. A lot more level on stage, please. Come here on stage. Little more level on stage. We really got here. Let's get ready. Here we go. Everybody, when I count off, we're going back to tune 1. And then we're going to end with tune 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it up for everyone you've seen tonight, and more importantly, you've heard tonight. I'm going to see if I can possibly remember all the people we have. Granard Primary School! We have Primary School! At the back here, Mosaic Primary School on the drums! Mosaic, with the lost drummers. We've got Wandsworth Music Academy Jazz today, evening. We've got the music production guys from Wandsworth Music production guys. Now I'm going to let you go and get some air very shortly, but I just want to say a huge thank you from my point of view. Ollie and I have been doing this project together, but really Ollie has been the mastermind of it. And all of the music you've heard tonight, although it was composed by the children, it took a lot of getting together and orchestrating and putting together, and Ollie's done an absolutely enormous amount of work and done a brilliant job making it all into a concert. So give it up for Ollie Blackman. There's a million and one people to thank. I think Lydia's going to come on stage shortly. Anyway, but yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Lydia and to the whole Wandsworth music team for having us. So thank you very much. And well done to these amazing children. Please do keep supporting them to play instruments and more importantly to create and be creative with music and not being afraid of trying things out and having fun. Thank you.
Wow, Isabel. that comes to mind straight away. I cannot believe that this project started and now here's where we've got to. It's absolutely been the most amazing evening, and thank you every single one of you children for taking part and being so incredible the whole journey. We'd like to say, a few thank yous. There's lots of people that have come together to make this what it has been. Tonight we are celebrating music and creativity, and what an array of talent that has been on this stage this evening. We'd like to say a huge thanks to the London Music Fund and the Carlson Jatava Charitable Foundation for trusting in our crazy idea and helping us, enabling us to create something so special for Roehampton. And the children who play an instrument in this borough. We'd also like to thank, you can see how much work they have put into this project, and we are so delighted to have had the Hackney Colliery Band. We just give a huge round of applause. Struck gold there with the most talented, creative and dedicated people, mainly to Ollie and Steve. We'd like to bring you something to say thank you. Here it is. Thank you to Ollie and Steve, who have worked tirelessly throughout this project, and as Steve said, Ollie has put in a lot of time orchestrating the music, rehearsing the children, and they've just been utterly inspiring, so thank you both. We would also like to thank the school staff from Granard, Heathmere, Mosaic and Art Putney. Thank you all so much for your support and your emails and getting the children here, all of your school staff and head teachers. Thank you so much. Can you give them a huge round of applause? Thank you to Ruth Chapman, who is the music coordinator, music teacher at Granard Primary School. Ruth, are you here somewhere? We've got something for you. Ruth sent us the school for rehearsals and for the actual procession, and she's been absolutely amazing over the phone to me and really helping me with all the organisation. And another one of our partners, Ibstock Place School, which we are in now, we need to say a huge thank you to James Bartlett at Ibstock Place School, and we're really looking forward to collaborating with you in the future on this project. Thank you to Ibstock School. And James, where are you? Thank you for lending us this beautiful theatre. It's been incredible. Lastly, I'd just like to thank our Wandsworth music tutors for going into the schools every week and working with these incredible children. Wandsworth music tutors, thank you. Music core team, who have been incredible and pushing through this project and just really supporting everyone throughout the journey already. We can't wait to see you at the next procession.
And there's one person who, without her thought, her ideas, this would not have happened at all, and that's Lydia. Can we give a huge round of applause to Lydia? And Lydia's been on quite a journey herself. We came up with this crazy idea when you were 9 months pregnant. And Lydia went off on maternity leave, had a baby, and then came back and came out to this. So thank you, Lydia, for all your help bringing this together.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to what we can do next, guys. Are you up for doing some more street band stuff? Okay, so watch this space. We're not going to stop here. We're going to do lots more processions and fun concerts. So, yeah.